was recently at a church meeting with you where you spoke to the congregation about your faith, and you spoke to them about the book of Esther and how it has inspired your life and inspired your way of being.
I never was aspiring to be public protector. It was just women from the South African Women in Dialogue that out of the blue chose me among many other women, and the system then allowed me. I always feel that's a privilege that I didn't ask for, but my creator thought there must be a mission, and as time goes on the mission has to be revealed. And it's the same thing with Esther. The king needed a particular woman. It just happened to be Esther, and when she needed to step up and do the right thing, her uncle reminded her that you were placed here for a purpose, and it is time that you step up and did what you are required to do.
With all the furore that surrounded, particularly recently, the eNCA situation, is there ever a part of you that says, maybe I should walk away from this, there must be better options? I'm tired of people threatening court action or taking court action. I'm tired of this constant drama. I'm tired of being on the front page.
No, not really. Every job has its challenges, and I have challenges but also enormous privileges. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would end up in this kind of privileged position. Privileged in terms of the profession, privileged in terms of the power that comes with the job, and also the enormous support that I have received from the public. All my team and I have done is to do our job the best we can. I really never think about quitting. Also, I always feel that the joy I get from helping the Gogodlaminis, the seeing the difference that I make every day, is something that I would not imagine walking away from. Lastly, the burden is really shared with a marvelous team, and I think they are the hidden heroes of this office. People look at me, they don't realize that there's a whole lot of strong women and men that are committed to this office.
There was a very interesting situation, I think it was in 2011, where your son crashed your official vehicle, and you released a statement almost immediately explaining what had happened and dealing with the situation. Why did you think that was such an important thing to do?
Well, for me, it was important to be accountable to the people around what exactly happened. It's not really reflective of my son as a human being. On a day-to-day basis, he's a very grounded person who respects rules, who is compassionate, and who takes responsibility for his actions. In fact, even that particular incident itself shows a sense of taking responsibility, because when that accident happened, my son didn't call me. He called the police. His sense of responsibility there had made it clear that the matter was not going to be hidden under the carpet. He also didn't try to compromise me by placing the choice on whether there was going to be openness on the issue or there wasn't going to be openness on me. He took that decision himself, and then I supported it. We immediately called the office. I think that's how they live their lives. My daughter as well. The only thing sometimes that concerns me is that they try now to limit their ability to organize their lives as young people, because they're always concerned that we shouldn't be found to be doing something wrong because we are the children of the public protector.
Around the time of the eNCA report, you actually publicly spoke about the fear that you had that your life might be in danger, not because of any concerted effort from government, but because of the impact of some of the statements on people who were maybe unbalanced or unhinged.
Well, that concerned me because people support their political parties sometimes in a very zealous way, and they wouldn't like to see anyone stand between them and the political party winning, which is understandable. Politics is even more important than football, and people feel strongly about football. And the worst thing is they could do something to my family instead of to me, which would be sad because members of my family do not deserve to be brought into the sphere of punishing me.
Your term of office ends, I think, in October 2016, and it's obviously a non-renewable term. Do you have any idea what you want to do after this?
I'm an advocate of the High Court of South Africa. Therefore, my default position is to go back and practice. Previously, I never really practiced other than to help vets at the law clinic and to help the Legal Resources Center on one or two things. But now I think I am ready to go to the bar because I am in a position to select the kind of cases I would like to do. I also have discovered a niche in regard to training on ombudsman studies. The public protector is a type of ombudsman, although it's a more modified version. It's sort of an ombudsman on steroids, other people call it. But there's a niche to train around ombudsman practice, and it's something I'm already doing. I also would want to write a little bit about my experiences as a public protector, what I have learned, and how our democracy could be strengthened through those experiences and the lessons learned.
You've been described as the most loved person in South Africa. You were on Time magazine's most influential people list. And I, from personal experience, whenever you're in a room full of people, you literally get mobbed like you're a rock star. How do you manage to stay as grounded and down to earth and humble as you are?
The media or the people praise me because I'm the face of a team. But in reality, the hard work is being done by many committed, faceless, so to speak, lawyers, women and men. And I take all of this as credit to the work that they're doing. And there's no reason to be arrogant about it. Really, all I can do is be grateful, because all myself and my team have done is to do the best we can. And it seems that what we're doing is liked by the people and amplified beyond our expectations.
And you also have the curious honor of having a puppet of yourself made singing Wrecking Ball about the eNCA scandal.
I came in like a wrecking ball, causing problems for the ANC. I just wanted to protect you all, and now everybody's hating me. Now you hate me.
Yes, that was hilarious. I must say the puppet is not quite flattering, but I couldn't stop laughing, really. Yes, it is quite an honor. Not as an honor as the Time 100 thing, but perhaps less intimidating than these other accolades that have been generously given to me, but on behalf of the Public Protector team.
What would you say to South Africans who sometimes feel, with this kind of fog of information about malpractice and corruption and everything that's dysfunctional in our society? Do you still have hope for this country?
There's no doubt in my mind that South Africa is a great country. And firstly, that comes from the greatness of the people. We are a resilient people, visionaries who really have made the best out of difficult situations. Things may not look good right now, but today is honestly better than yesterday. In Zulu we say inala kayihambi kuhamba indlala, meaning bad news travel fast, but the reality is there's more good stories in our country. What I would say to every South African is have hope. You have a constitution whose architecture makes it very difficult for us to mess it up. And in any event, the majority of people in government and outside government are doing a great job. It's just that, like in any situation, the wrongdoers often mess up so badly that we think they're in the majority, whereas they actually are in the minority.
And then finally, you know, your mom passed away several years ago. She wasn't able to experience what you've been able to achieve in this job. What do you think she would have made of it?
I think she would have been proud of what I've achieved and possibly proud of how she raised me and my siblings. I think my mother would be very grateful to the people of South Africa for this opportunity for her daughter.
News that moves. eNCA.com.